Morning, Bill.
Right? Can't beat it, can you, first thing?
Ah, beautiful.
Did the clocks go forward or something? I missed it.
Softly with him, Bill. He's been here since 5.
Last time Jack was up and about at 5, World War II broke out.
That's a direct result, no doubt. Roger, Dave.
Hey, I didn't know we'd introduced flexi time. Where is everybody?
The shift doesn't start till 8 o'clock, Jack.
Well, then get them started. It's 5 minutes past.
I'll better get the lads organised then.
What's got into you then, Jack? I haven't seen you so energetic in a long time.
It's always the same for me, Tom. When I see the hell of a boat laid out first thing in the morning, it's a great time.
Arcadia Mark II, no doubt.
Oh, no, plus the other boats, not just Orchid.
Oh, that's a relief. We've got to put in the hours on all the boats to keep on schedule, right?
Oh, Tom, if you've got a few minutes, there's something I'd like to discuss.
We're not falling behind, no.
No, nothing to do with that. Something personal.
Yeah, sure.
Anything for me?
Only a bill. Why? You expecting something?
As a matter of fact, I am. An official apology from the police.
Well, if I were you, I would settle for the phone call you got. Leo, has it ever occurred to you that Orin may not be at the bottom of all this?
Why?
I don't know. I just thought I heard a distant crack of gunfire. A warning from Sir Edward Freer.
I'm the one they pulled in.
Yes, but I'm the one who refused to marry him.
Why didn't you mention it earlier and clear it? Clear it? I don't need your permission, Tom.
Not permission, agreement. I should have been consulted, Jack.
Oh, like I was consulted when you're offering your ex a piece of the mermaid?
Oh, come on, that was completely different.
Yeah, that's right. I offered Vanessa a job, not shares.
Look, I'll accept that Vanessa is probably a brilliant PR woman.
Yeah, damn right. She built up her business into one of the top ad agencies in Germany.
That's my point. She's used to handling huge accounts.
Well, you're always telling me to expand up here.
Jack, we put our own adverts in the local press for rebuilding and repair works, but when it comes to selling boats, that's Relton or Kim Masters' job. We're craftsmen, not shopkeepers.
Oh, I see. My philosophy works for you when you're in a tight corner, does it? Okay, I'll tell her we've decided to remain in the 19th century.
You told her we wanted her services.
Damn it, Tom, she'll put us on the map.
We are on the bloody map.
The world map.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Vanessa.
Not interrupting, am I?
No. I was just telling Tom about this new job of yours, and he's delighted with the idea. Aren't you, Tom?
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, to be quite frank with you, Vanessa, what I actually said was completely the opposite. Now, it's nothing personal, but a woman with your skills, I doubt if you find yourself enough to do at the Mermaid Yard.
I'm sure I would, Tom.
Yes, but we don't actually have the need for anybody to handle PR.
Every business needs PR, big as small.
Look, Tom, I have given it some serious thought, whether or not I could be of any use here. I do have one or two ideas which I know from experience would work, and work well. I'd only need a short time to set them up. Then if you don't like what I've done, we'll call it a day. No hard feelings.
Oh, well, we can't be fairer than that, can we? Right, Tom?
All right, Vanessa. Let's give it a go. Meanwhile, welcome aboard.
And Tom, my reputation is on the line here too, you know.
Sure.
Oh, by the way, Jack, Bill gave me this on my way in. It arrived special delivery for you.
Oh, what is it?
Well, now I'm on the mermaid payroll, I might as well make my first suggestion. Why don't you open it and see?
Yes, that is very interesting, isn't it? No, I'm very grateful for letting me know. Yes, of course. I'll get back to you as soon as the draft contracts are available. Owen Eckhart, thanks for the call. Problems? Not with the Malta development, no. But there could be with Avril. You know that agreement she's negotiating with the Polner Corporation? Could be worth £5 million.
Oh, it could, but I very much doubt it. Hey, you've got her on the run, Charles. Probably just propaganda for the sake of the shareholders. She's stalling for time.
No, it would appear it's quite legitimate, according to Eckhart's son just now. And he's the Polner Corporation's banker, so he should know. Does make it rather difficult to put through a motion of no confidence if Avril pulls off a £5 million order, doesn't it?
If there's any credence to it.
Yes, well, we should know soon enough. Oh, in the meantime, I thought it might be politic to invite some of the key Relton shareholders to the reception today. I also asked the local planning executive.
Not the Mermaid Marina project.
Of course. It's a prime site.
Yes, for a conservationist's lobby.
Yes, I've already taken that into account, which is why I've got Julian Burridge to come along as well. You know, just in case we want to do a little lobbying ourselves. That way we kill two birds with one stone. He's chairman of the planning committee and earns 4% of Relton. Yeah. He also hates women in business. You all right?
Yes, I'm just thinking about... The flight will be just leaving.
Well, perhaps when you both had time.
No, Charles, no. No, she's gone. For good.
Back to my old man, eh? God help her.
Yeah, perfect match. You know, I feel I should be heaving the biggest sigh of relief on record.
But you're not.
25 years of marriage. That's strange, really. Polly and I have had our differences in the past, but I'm going to miss her.
Mm-hmm. How's Abby taking it?
Fine. I mean, she and Polly were never exactly close.
Yeah, true enough.
And she's got enough on her plate with the baby and...
William?
No, I fear I may have betrayed a confidence there. Abby clearly hasn't told you.
She's expecting a baby. Whose?
Leo Howard's.
Can you courier these poema proposals to Mr. Fernandez? Oh, and don't forget to remind me to ring Lord Runswick this afternoon, okay? Yes?
Miss Rowe, Leo Howard's here to see you.
Well, you better be quick. Send him in, then. Thank you, Rachel. You've got 5 minutes, Leo.
I can spare that.
Just about. I'll be late for a meeting at the Mermaid.
Oh, I'm not late, am I?
You say it as if we had an appointment.
Well, you said to drop in before lunch. The breakdown I sent across.
You really should have checked with my secretary. I mean, is this going to take long?
Well, that depends if it's a yes or no answer.
Concerning?
The development cost for the new power boat, you're going to put it to the board, remember?
Ah, yes. Well, I'm afraid I had to leave it off the last agenda. It's really not the right time to ask for capital expenditure.
This power struggle between you and Charles Freer.
That's confidential information.
No point trying to keep the lid on it, Avril. Our workforce knows. Rumours are flying back and forth every day.
What kind of rumours?
Of a takeover, that the shareholders might even try and force you to resign.
If Charles Freer gets his way, which I very much doubt.
No, you never struck me as being the type of woman to be intimidated. I admire that.
I'm not going to change my mind, so you can forget the flattery. It won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, maybe it would look better there. Wherever, Jack. It's your reward. Yeah, right there. Just to remind me how much a winner Arcadian is. Do you know, Tom, you'd think Scott would have made a presentation rather than send it through the bloody post. You're never satisfied, are you? Yeah, well, I was beginning to think it would never arrive. Well, now you know how customers feel when they're waiting for their boats. Oh.
Leo, I've got something I want to tell you.
Well, can it wait?
No.
Oh, okay, what is it?
Well, not over the phone. Can we meet for lunch?
Where?
Yacht club? 1 o'clock? There's someone at the door. I've got to go. See you later, then.
Okay, fine.
What the hell are you doing here? Everything all right? Put it on. I'll come back and check it in a minute. Look, I'm just about to mail these invitations. We haven't forgotten anyone, have we?
No, I haven't. Just turn 1 second. I'm just hoping I'm going to have this lot ready in time.
Oh, come on. Where did you get that material from?
Why? What's wrong with it?
Nothing. Relax, will you?
Relax. It's been lying around in your store for a couple of years, if you really must know. I think it's got Annalise mark on it or something.
The top of this sleeve isn't sitting properly. I'm going to have to cut it down.
Jan, now look, why don't you go back into the office and run the business side of things, okay? I'll sort this out. No, I'm sorry. Maybe you're right. John, will you just have a look at this sleeve for a minute? I just don't think we're ever going to be ready in time. That'll be enough. Yeah, okay.
Listen, will you calm down? They are wonderful.
Yeah?
Maybe you should try designing, huh?
It's never crossed my mind.
All you need is a pencil, a piece of paper, and brilliant idea, of course. Yeah. You do like the designs, don't you? No, I mean seriously.
James, I think they are seriously wonderful.
Seriously?
I couldn't believe it when I heard.
It isn't what it seems, Abby.
Seems? You plant Edward Freer's American Cup designs on Leo and it's not what it seems.
Okay, it was a bad move. I see that now, but, well, I couldn't at the time. I was under pressure.
How do you think Leo felt?
Look, I came here to apologize, not start the whole thing off again.
Oh, Oren, how could you do that? A man tells you it's a good idea to compromise Leo and you go right ahead and do it?
The man was Edward Freer.
Well, it makes a difference, does it? If he told you to throw yourself under a train, would you do that too?
Listen, when a man like Sir
Oh,
Edward...
don't give me that. He's been manipulating people far too long like your father, but I didn't exactly expect you to go the same way.
I'm not manipulating anyone.
Oh, anyway, you really did come to apologize, isn't it Leo you should be speaking to?
Why? I gave him the chance to be self-righteous from now on whenever my name's mentioned.
Well, that won't be too often.
You're the one I've really let down. Expecting you to dovetail into a family like mine and taking your child away.
If you really felt like that, why didn't you bring him with you?
You still don't understand, do you? He's the focal point of two corporations, Abby. Freer and Hudson. He's the reason they'll do business together. Even though as men, they probably loathe each other.
You could have been your own man. It would have been difficult to break away, but it wouldn't have been impossible.
Maybe I should break away now. If you came back to the States with me, we could take them on together.
Did you really think I'd fall for that?
Think it over. I'll stay as long as you need to decide.
It's already been decided. I'm expecting a baby.
My father always said you weren't to be trusted.
Yeah, well, he should know.
For God's sake, we're not even divorced!
I prefer to tell myself we weren't even married.
And what about William? Where does he fit into this new life you're so obviously planning?
He'll come back to me. One day.
How much is the painting actually worth?
Well, it's insured for over £150,000.
Yes, but nobody can actually know the real value of a work of art. I think John Blakelock is an absolute master of the use of oils. To me, his work is priceless.
I'm very grateful for the donation, John.
No. It's a real pleasure. Your Burridge Coastal Protection Trust is a very worthy cause. As a matter of fact, Gerald and I were only discussing this morning the urgent need to protect the environment. Otherwise, no hope for any of us, is there?
Particularly those of us concerned with commerce and industry. I mean, if we can't take the responsibility.
Right.
Well, if you'll excuse me, Julian. Charles, I think I ought to circulate, make sure that your guests are being properly taken care of.
Right you are.
Yes. Laura. So glad you could make it.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
You look stunning.
How sweet of you to say so, John.
Good idea, thank you.
I was up in the Isles the other week. Sort of fishing. Ready to Lord Runswick.
Oh, yes? How is he?
Same as always. I swear the older he gets, the more cynical and obstructive he becomes.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
He was telling me about this problem you're having at Relton.
Well, the company is struggling, no two ways about it. Well, you know, it's the usual thing. Cancelled orders, late deliveries, executives spending too much time abroad.
I need to fish, Charles. I'm on your side. Now, the Rolfs will get no support from me. You know, I took a boat into the Father for a refit, seeing as he built the damn thing 20 years ago, and I got it back almost 3 months later.
Well, perhaps he should retire.
I shouldn't think he'd ever retire. Seems obsessed with the damn place.
I don't know. He could be convinced. Certainly hope so.
Something in your mind, Charles?
I may need to call in a favour, Julian. About a planning application I'm thinking of putting into the local council.
I see. I'd be delighted to help in any possible way that I can.
What are you going to have?
Fish, please.
Yeah, I'll have the same, thank you. Thank you, sir.
What about something to drink?
Oh, you don't usually?
Well, I think I might today.
What do you want, wine?
What about some champagne?
Some kind of special occasion?
I hope so.
How special?
I think it calls for the best champagne. Actually, no, it ought to be half a bottle. I shouldn't have any.
Excuse me. Half a bottle of champagne, please. Number 39. Thank you. Now, what's this all about?
I had some news the other day.
No, let me guess. You got a new job?
Yeah.
You're pregnant? No.
Yeah. That's why I shouldn't have any wine. You know, it's not good for the baby.
I was joking.
I'm not. You happy?
Well, I haven't got there yet. I'm still shocked you mean you really are pregnant.
Yeah. I really am pregnant.
Well, I can't believe it. Hey, that's terrific news. We thought this might be a suitable occasion, having got you all gathered together under one roof, to try to raise some money for a very worthy charity by auctioning this John Blakelock landscape. Very beautiful, I'm sure you'll all agree. Now, I do hope that I won't have caused any offence to anyone by singling out the Burridge Coastal Protection Trust as the recipient. Good, thank you. Now, I also thought it might be appropriate for Julian Burridge himself to auction the painting. So would you all please now join me in welcoming Mr. Julian Burridge?
Why would Charles Freer want to make a donation to Julian Burridge's charity?
I've really no idea.
The fact that he's a relative shareholder wouldn't have anything to do with it.
Thank you, Charles, and for the splendid donation, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we start the bidding off at 20,000? Thank you, Mr. Saunders. 20,000 I have, and I'm looking for 25,000. Thank you, Miss Harrison. 27 and a half. 27 and a half. 30,000. 30,000.
40.
Thank you, Charles. Okay.
Seems your Charles Freer will do anything to get centre stage.
No, that's not the case at all. If it is, he's about to pay over the odds for the privilege.
Right here, 45. Thank you.
How would you work with a man like that?
50.
Carefully.
I have it on good authority.
He's demanding,
50,000.
exhausting.
50,000.
And I wouldn't be content working with anyone else.
And please remember that all the proceeds go to protecting our beautiful coastlines. Nowadays,
You have to know Charles before you can understand that.
55.
Oh, the man himself.
60. 60.
Laura, may I introduce you to Charles Freer?
70.
Laura Wilde.
How do you do?
Hello, Laura. Glad to finally meet you. Heard a lot about you.
And a great deal about you.
84. 84. 84 for our beautiful...
It's good to get out of the office, Leo. Blow away the cobwebs now and again.
Sure.
What was this problem you mentioned?
It's not a problem as such.
Oh, you said something was troubling you.
How did you feel when you discovered you to be a father?
Abby's not...
She is dead.
Well, congratulations. That's terrific news. Well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. But with everything that's happened with William and Orin,
I see. It's taking the shine off it, huh?
maybe that's what it is.
Well, that's understandable.
What I can't understand. I'm thrilled. I mean, I really am to think of being a father, but I'm just not sure exactly how I feel.
About what?
Not what, Dad, who? Happy.
Thanks for the flowers. They're beautiful.
Too beautiful to put in water?
And they just arrived.
Oh, they arrived at 2 o'clock. Had my secretary check with the florist. You see, I wanted to be quite sure you got them the moment I received the news. I'm absolutely delighted. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Listen, if you're not doing anything else tonight, why don't we have dinner?
I'm meeting Leo at 8.
Well, how about lunch tomorrow?
I'm sorry, I'm busy.
I see. It's just that I wanted to discuss a celebration with you.
You don't have to go to any trouble, Charles.
Trouble? What are you talking about? This is another grandchild. That's quite a celebration.
For me and Leo.
Abby, I really don't understand. Why are you shutting me out?
I don't understand. Oh, flowers, celebration, party, all this sudden interest, attention, but you've already got a grandchild. And you certainly shut him out.
That's unfair.
Is it?
Yes, it is, and you...
No, you knew all about the custody problems. You sat back and you did absolutely nothing.
Look, I'm perfectly willing. I've always been willing to help you in any way I possibly... Abby, the point you are missing is this. If Orrin will not divorce you, it is counterproductive to fight the Hudsons in court until and after your marriage is dissolved.
Well, maybe. But I will get my baby back. I will. Eventually.
I do understand how you must be feeling, you know. Having to step back from your own child.
You don't understand.
How do you think I felt when I found out about you? And if you imagine it's been easy every time I think of what I've missed, all that was... Look, Abby, I know I can never make any of that up to you. But if there's anything you ever need, all you have to do is ask.
Hey? Yeah, all right. Okay. Lobster for the lady, and I'll have the lemon soup.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, here's to your first day at the Mermaid. Cheers.
Cheers. I thought it was going to be my last, the way Tom reacted.
Oh, don't worry about that. You'll get used to it in time. More importantly, how do you feel?
How do I feel? I'm not ill, Jack.
Feel about being in the boat building business. With your father starting up Relton, you're following a great family tradition.
I'm sure he would have approved. Strange, isn't it, how it all works out? A member of your family, now running Relton.
Yeah. Clever little girl, Evelyn.
She needs to be, with all the problems she's having with Charles Frere.
Oh, you can say that again. In business, she can handle it. But when it comes to her personal life, well... Why she ever got involved with Charlie again, I don't know. Still, as long as she won't taught a lesson.
I doubt it.
Well, hopefully, once bitten.
Jack, one can't hide oneself away forever for fear of being hurt again.
What do you mean by that?
I was referring to Eileen, Jack.
So you think I'm hiding?
Perhaps not intentionally, but... Well, there was a time when everyone thought you and I would be the ones to end up together. Even Eileen used to tease each other about it. She'd say you were only after me because my father owned Relton Marine.
Oh, you're not seriously suggesting I married Eileen because of the Mermaid Yacht?
I didn't say you did, Jack. You did. You see, what I don't quite understand is that now Eileen and Klaus are both gone and don't have any commitments, and yet you still seem reluctant to get involved. Why, Jack? I'm sure Klaus wouldn't want me to feel bound to him in any way.
Yeah, well, you and Klaus had a good marriage. It's different for you. But Eileen and I, well, she didn't have much of a life married to me. Most of the time, I behaved like a married bachelor.
Maybe, but you can't spend the rest of your life apologizing for it.
No.
Then what is it?
Conscience, I suppose. Still, I'll sort it out somehow. Just needs a bit of time. So don't run away, will you?
Gerald.
Hello, Laura.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you. Do come in.
Thanks.
Oh, I cancelled the reservation you made at the restaurant. I do hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. A few.
Oh, how lovely. Thank you. Now, I thought it might be nicer to have dinner here tonight.
Yes, that sounds like a lovely idea.
Now, why don't you open the wine and I'll go and see how things are getting on in the kitchen.
Right.
You think?
Not right now, thanks. No. Oh. Very nice. Hmm.
Well, it was a surprise to get your call. I've been racking my brains trying to think what it might be about. You said it was important.
Oh, very important. I didn't want to say anything over the phone.
Oh, come on, Tom. Don't keep me in suspense.
Leo came round the hour today.
And?
He wanted to talk.
Is he all right?
He's fine. Considering the way I remember feeling when I discovered I was going to be a father.
He's not.
He is.
He's going to be a father.
Abby is pregnant.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, why didn't he say anything?
Well, he only discovered himself this afternoon. I asked him if he wanted to come around and break the news, but he said no, he'd leave it to me.
This means you're going to be a grandfather.
And you are going to be a grandmother.
Oh, sounds positively ancient.
No. You don't look a day older than when you were carrying Lynn.
I'll get the glasses. It seems so long ago, doesn't it, Tom? Yet sometimes it feels just like yesterday. Happy days.
Yeah, they were, weren't they? How could it all have gone so wrong?
That was a delicious meal, Laura. Thank you very much.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, it made quite a change from all those business luncheons.
Yes, it certainly did. Coffee?
I really ought to be going. I've got to prepare for an early morning meeting tomorrow.
Oh, come on. You've got time for a nightcap.
Yes, I'm sure I have. A brandy, if you have it.
Right.
What a beautiful place you have.
Thank you.
Suits you. Well, well. James Gittings. Small world.
Do you know his work?
Yes, I know it very well. He was a very dear friend.
Was he?
Ever since our Cambridge days.
Good heavens, how fascinating.
Thank you.
Actually, I've only recently become acquainted with his work. I think he had a very great talent.
Oh, yes, he was a very great man.
He died only a couple of years ago, didn't he?
Yes.
You know, Gerald, I find it rather surprising. I wouldn't have thought that you would have felt at home in Gittings' circle of friends.
Really?
You strike me as the sort of man that enjoys the company of women. And from what I've read about Gittings, he preferred men in every sort of way.
Yes, he was a homosexual. And you're wondering if I am too.
Are you?
I thought I was years ago. I certainly loved that man, but not in the way that he wanted. No, I'm not. But he was just
It was just so different from anyone that I'd ever met in my entire life. It was so refreshing. There was no cynicism, no interest in material possessions. Next to art, the only thing he placed any great value on was friendship. True friendship. And I valued that, Laura. Right up until he died. Right up until the very last second.
He sounds as if he was a very special kind of person.
Oh, yes. Yes, he was. Very special.
The way you've talked about him, with such honesty, I think that's special too.
Good morning, Charles.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm heading back to the States later today. I wanted to discuss something with you before I left.
I don't think you and I have anything to discuss.
I'd say you were wrong, Charles. We have a great deal to discuss.
Spend the morning at home working on those designs?
I finished them last night.
You please?
I think so.
Good. Look, I've got to get up, okay?
So, what was Ken doing here?
Ken?
Ken Masters. He was leaving as I arrived. What did he want?
I don't know. I've only just come in myself. Maybe check with Sally.
Sally's not in yet.
Well, look, there weren't any messages. I mean, he can't have left anything. But we just stop by and see how you're getting on, huh?
You don't know Ken, do you?
No, I met him a couple of times just in passing. You know?
It's just that he's not the type to go out of his way unless there was something in it for him.
If you are concerned about it, why don't you just give him a ring, eh?
Yes. Yes, I'll do that.
What have you got?
Well,
These are very good. You're a genius.
Can't prove a thing. Try me.
You're welcome to keep that copy, Charles. I have the original.
How much?
Oh, I don't want money.
This wouldn't happen to have anything to do with Abby, I suppose.
No.
And what exactly do you want?
Say I have certain commercial proposals you might like to consider.
On behalf of your father and mine?
Don't flatter yourself, Charles. Sir Edward's keen to teach you a lesson, but not that keen.
Oh, I see. So you decided to go ahead and do it for him, is that it?
Like my own father, Sir Edward's an extremely influential man. If I assist him, I'm sure he'd be more than pleased to assist me in my political career.
Mm-hmm. Opening up a few influential doors for himself if you should ever get to Congress?
The thought had crossed our minds.
What I can't understand is why you constantly reject him, Charles. Why turn your back? If you were to join forces, you, my father, Sir Edward, that adds up to one hell of a lot of power. And once I'm in Congress, who knows? I'd say it could be in all our interest to call a truce, wouldn't you?
You are so naive.
Bottom line, Charles, I could be in a position to reward certain favors.
If you're ever in that kind of position, then God help us all. You really are a very dangerous young man, aren't you?
Oh, and you'll find out just how dangerous if you ignore my offer. I'm warning you. If that tape gets into the wrong hands, think of the implications.
Let me explain something to you, Warren. I'm not the one who should be concerned. Promising political career such as yours, I would so hate to see it end before it even got started.
You've got nothing on me.
Not as long as I receive the original and all copies of this tape within 24 hours. Otherwise,
What? You'll sue me?
I'll destroy you. Now, I think you know the way out. Fiona, Mr. Hudson's just leaving.
You're going to regret this.
Morning.
Morning, Ken.
Is Laura not in yet?
No. Oh, she phoned earlier, said something about a meeting at the Mermaid Yard.
Problems with the cruiser?
Oh, I didn't ask.
In future, you're better. I'd like to know everything, in detail, especially where Laura's concerned.
Yes, of course. I forgot. I'll try and be more efficient from now on, Ken.
Oh, do. It's in your interests. Play your cards right. Great future for you in this company.
Good morning, leisure cruise. May I ask who's calling, please? Hold the line a moment and I'll check. It's Orrin Hudson. Are you in or out or in a meeting?
That's better. Put it through to the office, will you?
Ken, how are you?
I'm fine. How's things?
On the verge of breaking wide open, Ken.
Oh?
I've just had a meeting with Charles Freer.
What about?
I'd like to discuss it in private.
Fine, when?
Before I go back to the States, I'm booked on a flight this afternoon.
Right, how about lunchtime? We can meet, there's a pub, it's just 4 miles north of the airport on the outskirts of town. The Friendly Fisherman?
Yeah, I know it. I'll see you there, what, about noon?
Look forward to it. Bye now.
Up she comes, lads.
As you can see, the lads are working flat out.
That still doesn't answer my question. How far behind are you?
You said something about being a couple of days behind schedule, didn't you, Jack?
Yeah, as from this morning.
Well, I'm sure things haven't changed all that much since then.
Only by a couple of more days. Right, Bill?
Yeah, right. With a bit of luck, a couple of days should do it.
At the latest, Jack. Ken and I have to formalise our marketing campaign to coincide with the launch date.
Oh, don't worry about that. We've got one of the best marketing ladies around here. Right here on the payroll if you get any problems.
I don't know about one of the best.
Oh, well, I think so. She's very good.
So I'm sure. I shouldn't take up any more of your time. You need every minute you can get. I'd hate you to forfeit your profits with penalty clauses.
Oh, there'll be no need for that, Laura. We'll be back on schedule.
Yes, I'm sure you will. It's been a pleasure to meet you, Vanessa.
And you.
I'll mention the situation to Ken, and one of us will be in touch with you in the next couple of days to find out how you're getting along.
What's that supposed to mean?
You knew all along the schedule was a week late this morning.
Yeah, I had a rough idea.
Then why say we're only a few days behind?
Because I thought we'd catch up.
Oh, how?
You should have thought that was obvious. Bring in the lads for some overtime.
Can't afford to without overheads.
We can't afford not to. Also, we might be running a little late off Mead in the spring.
How little?
10 days at the most.
What?
There's no need to get upset, Tom. It's not Jack's fault.
Why the hell didn't you say anything?
Can you blame him? He's got enough on his plate with the follow-up to Orcadian.
That boat is a low priority compared to the other commissions.
Oh, really? Maybe it's a year. There you go. Thanks. Cheers. So, you had a meeting with Freya.
That's right.
Something going on?
You remember that name I gave you, Eckhart Sand? Did you pass it on to that fraud squad contact of yours?
Oh, yes. It's quite a while ago now.
Well, that'd explain it.
Explain what?
I've had some feedback from my father and Sir Edward.
Have you now?
And I'd be prepared if I were you, Ken. There's going to be some heavy activity, which might just be of some benefit to you, assuming you play it all carefully.
What kind of activity?
Charles Freer is on the verge of being taught one hell of an expensive lesson. One he'll never forget.